Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, February 16th, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right. And crude just stopping out. Please do say hello. Good morning, Jeff. Early trade was almost 10, about almost a little over 10 minutes before our start time. $8.50 starts might have gotten in that, but for our trade plan purposes, our first trade is the short here. Entry at 79.18, targets at 78.99 and 78.88 for 19 and 30 ticks, 49 ticks this morning on crude. Unleaded, it did pick up the long 26 seconds after the hour, and lots of time to get in that. Entry at 66.71, targets at 67.15 and 67.39 for 44 or 68 ticks, depending on which you're using. And the trailer from the 66.71, we trailed out all the way to 67.87, 116 ticks. And good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Neil. So good morning on our energies. Unleaded has been on the April contract. Crude did roll over volume-wise to the April contract. Yes, I did, Neil. Volume, as I see it, is... Oh, wait a minute. That's not supposed to be changing both of those. There we go. Yeah, we're 81,000 on April, 82,000 to 49,000 on March. So definitely on the April contract. And market just opened. YM picking up a long trade. And actually the short would have been a get in sync for... Yeah, it probably would have been in sync. So we stop and reverse to the long. 68 it looks like. No trade on the Russell yet. And we'll move over to Micro NQ as well. That doesn't start for another couple of minutes yet. And we've got trades on soybeans. We touched the entry on the long, so that let's see. One actually, no, the short's still valid too. New add-on trade. Actually, I'd take the original still, but I'd push it up to 24.75, which is the session open. Might even push it up one above that. But the short did cancel on that up bar that created the add-on. So let's call that entry 15.25 flat. Right there. It did touch unadjusted, so it's going to remain in place. Target 1 right there at the 200 EMA. Stop and reverse back to short on the YM. 38.67. So we lose a tick. And that triggered in. Okay, using target 2 on this. Money management, only a 14 tick target 1. So we're looking for, and there's target 2. So our initial trade was 843 to 868. So 25, 50 ticks on the initial loss, another 2 ticks on the stop and reverse. So if down 52, we pick up 22 on target. So down 30. Stop at 851. And soybeans did trigger in. So long on soybeans. And stopping out on the trailer at 51 and going back long. No adjustment because we were right at the trailing stop anyway. So that got us 67. Actually, we only got 20 ticks, so we're down 32. 67 to 56, down 21. going into this trade, and we'll see where we go. Short trade on the short trade on the micro NQ. The Russell also picked up a short that went break even. Long wick on the setup bar, so definitely in that. And MNQ, target 2. That's a winner. And stopping and reversing at 824, short on the YM. 824 from 851, 27 ticks. So loss of 54 ticks there. And we're down 75. And stopping out at break even, transitioning to a long on the micro NQ. Stopping out and then entering the long a tick later, or a tick higher. And soybeans on the move. Target 1, target 2, and still going up. Make the stop 15.25 and a quarter, but it is trailing now. And another stop and reverse on the YM, getting target 1 out of it for 23 ticks. So we went from 24 to 38, another 28 tick loss. So down 80 at the moment. No, I'm sorry, down 82 and trailing. And another winner on the micro NQ. Long going to target 2. Soybean stop still at 25 and a quarter. $8.49 for the YMs. Actually, it just moved up, I believe. $8.62 for the YM stop. And stopping out at 8.62. So 8.62 from 8.36 is 28 ticks. 26. So still down 56. I'm still having to work through. Target 3 on the micro NQ, trailing at 546 3/4. There was a trade on the pound Aussie, but at 8:30, the spreads opened up to 6 or 7 pips, and I'm not going to get involved in a day trade situation with spreads that wide. So I've left that alone again today. Well, I am looking for a new trade. Still 46.70, 46 3/4 for the MNQ stop. Short trade on the Russell, 39.2. Triggering in. Excuse me. Money management on the Russell. So 39.1 for the stop. Got within 1, but still short. MNQ also in a short. And the Russell stopping out at break even, entering a long now. MNQ full stop out on the short. We have a long setup. No, hasn't triggered yet. 555.5. Russell was a break even, and MNQ triggering long. Long trade on the YM. 853 it looks like. Yes. Right hasn't triggered, and we're sitting right below those EMAs. I think I'd go 856 on that. 857 for right now. Go ahead and make the 4-tick adjustment. You got the 20 and the 50 there. And the trade would have triggered unadjusted, but has not at this so far. Russell with another money management, and is it going to stop out? MNQ picking up the long, and also looking like it's going to may stop out on us. And the Russell does stop out at break even. The MNQ stops out for a second full loss, and we trigger into a short on the MNQ. And then we got a short on 7 seconds. You have a wick there, so you might have gotten into that YM trade. That would have given you, it would definitely been a target 2. It was only 19 to target 2, but that would have gotten you some out of it. So it would be down 37 and got 836 from 838. So 2 ticks. So down 35, and I think that may be the 6th trade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, the long was the 6th trade. So down 56 on the day on the YM, and that trade plan is done. Soybeans stop still at 25 1/4. We have gotten targets 1 and 2. 2 positions remaining. 19 ticks in hand on the targets. And the M&Q with a third loss. That ends the session. 2 wins, 3 losses. Okay, that was a break even, moving to stop intra-bar. And now we have another long on the Russell. And another money management. And another break-even stop out. So 1, 2, 3 break-evens. 4 break-evens. And that's what we've had. 4 break-evens on the Russell today. And looks like this would be a break-even trade on the MNQ if we were participating. Yep. Break-even stop on the MNQ, so that's out. But that's MNQ is done. Still in the long trade on soybeans. 2 targets in hand. Stop it. 1 tick above our adjusted entry. Actually, no. With our 2-tick adjustment on the entry of that trade, our money management moved up to 2650, and so we would have taken 2 positions at target 2, so that would have been 20 ticks, 2 10-tick positions. I didn't check for minimum target size after making the adjustment. Actually, looks like the MNQ is still alive. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a new trade. That's a big trade. That's what it is. That's got a long wick on it. So the Russell getting another break even. That's 5. 6 break-evens. No wins, no losses. 6 break-even trades on the Russell this morning. That completes that trade plan. And soybean stops out at 25.5. So 2 ticks on 2 positions gives us an additional 4. So 24 ticks net on soybeans this morning. And 8 minutes to the 10 a.m. crude session. So we'll stick around and do that, see what happens there. And then it looks like we're going to be calling in the morning. Everything is done except for the pound Aussie. Still running. Down to three pip spread. So I would be possible to get back in it, but it's just dead this morning. No overbought or oversold readings. The only trades we've had have been off the 50 EMA, and I didn't participate in that because of where the spreads were at the time. Questions? We've got a few minutes before we get into our crude session again. YM setting new session lows. Soybeans is still on the March contract, by the way. Sorry, there we go. 23,000 to almost 18 on the May. All right, 4 minutes to our start time. Looks like we've got a potential get in sync trade there. Three minutes and 10 seconds. Micro NQ and Micro Russell both being just noisy this morning. Good start in the MNQ, and then it went through a loss. Putting us down slightly on the session, but not significantly so. And a new trade setup on crude, 79.19 short. And another minute 40. Both trades valid at the moment. 79.33 for the long entry, 79.19 for the short. Another minute 20 seconds. And triggering, hasn't, both still valid at the moment. And session in progress. Short trade triggered. So that does finish out the long trade. Bouncing off the 50 EMA a bit, looks like. Didn't get really close, but moving up sharply from the 50. And now back down and money management. and target 1. So this will be a one and done session. And target 2 achieved. So targets of 11 and 19, another 30 ticks on crude. Nothing big, but that's another winning session. And the pound Aussie finally starting to move, moving up. So we now have an overbought reading, so we can get a short. So crude finishing off for our last chart other than the pound Aussie, and I'm not going to stick around and see what the pound Aussie does this morning. Any questions? Questions or comments? Messy day on the micro Russell and micro NQ catapult charts. Micro Russell giving us 6 break-even trades. In micro NQ, two one target 2, one target 2 and 3 win, and then 3 losses. YM was a loser today, and soybeans was a one and done today. So mixed bag, but then that's the way the market is most of the time. Uh-oh. Looks like I've lost connection. Stream still seems to be connected, but I've definitely lost the chat. So I'm going to say goodbye then, folks. There's the short I was talking about on the pound Aussie. And that did trigger in. Well, I will see everybody next week. Monday holiday next week. So crude oil inventory will be Thursday at 11 next week. So we will see everybody on Tuesday.